Howdy, it's Darrin Bernard with Poor Boy Crafts. Welcome again. Just remember, if you like, subscribe, share, and that way I can get my name out there and we can enjoy crafts together. Today we are going to be making little dungeon tiles. We're making things like these. You know, these are the basics and stuff you're going to need for any dungeon crawl. You put a whole mess of them together and create a whole dungeon out of them. So we're going to start with pieces of foam board, and that's really all you need to make these. This and a little bit of imagination. I got a scrap piece here. I've cut it to 4 inches wide, and we're going to cut them to 4 inches wide. We're going to basically make a 4-inch square. So we'll go ahead and mark that out on my trusty little ruler here. 4 inches. 4 inches. We're going to go ahead and, since we've got it here, we're going to go ahead and mark it here. And we're already at 12, so we're going to have to leave that there. We'll be able to get 3 tiles out of this one scrap piece of foam cord. That's a good thing about, anytime you're making crafts, just because you've already made a craft out of one sheet, save your scrap pieces, because you'll be able to make other things out of them. We'll take our little knife, and remember, kids, have your parents help you with these knives because these are really sharp. You want to just cut her right down that mark. Cut her down this mark. Here. There we go. Now we're going to leave one side on. So we're going to pull to on the back side, pull all of it off. Oh, that one didn't come off all in one shot. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But get it off there. Get as much off as we can. Looks like we got a clean break there. There we go. There we go. Got 3 of them there. Throw that away. Whew. Got a trash can. Keep a trash can nearby because you need it if you want to keep a nice tidy spot. Okay. Set your knife aside so you don't get cut. Take your square here. We're going to graph it up because remember in Dungeons and Dragons, 1-inch squares is the key. So every inch, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to mark it out. Just like so. Remember, we want to cut in deep with your pencil. You don't want to cut clean through, but you want to go deep with your pencil. That way, you make a nice, strong line on there. Okay. Then come around the other side here. Go 1, 2, 3 at the 1, 2, and 3 inch marks. Go to the top. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Then we have a graph. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing to the other 2. Alrighty? Alrighty, we've got all 3 of them marked, graphed up, ready to go. Now at this point, we're going to take our pencil and we're going to get a little creative because, most stone tiles sometimes have cracks in them. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our pencil, we're going to go into the corner, come down kind of squiggly line, and then come off of it. Sort of like that. And then go into another corner, do the same thing. Almost like a lightning strike, a true lightning strike. And maybe in a few other corners. And then maybe come up one from here. Sort of like that. And just get a little creative, You don't want to do it all in the same pattern. Maybe come from the middle of one. Maybe put an extra crink in one. Just get creative with it. Just Just have fun with it. I mean, if you want to put a crack in every one of them, be my guest. You know, like I say, these are your crafts, nobody else's. Nobody can tell you how to do anything. These are your crafts. Alrighty, with that being done, the next thing we're going to get is our aluminum foil ball as soon as I can find it. Alrighty, found the aluminum foil ball. Right now, they still look like foam board. But you take yourself a good strong aluminum foil ball. Just, you know, you got regular aluminum foil that you find in your kitchen. Get a mess of it, wad it down into a ball size. That's all it is. Then you take this right over top of it and just roll it around over the entire surface. It looks something like that. That gives the whole thing texture. Gives it a stone texture. Then we'll go and do the other one. And the third one. Simplicity in itself. We're ready for painting, folks. Now, since we are dealing with foam board, we are going to have to paint it black first. So we get out our trusty thing of black. Open it up tight. Pour out a little bit of black. Grab our trusty black brush. See, I'm wearing an apron so I can do this. Make sure you don't do this on your regular clothes because your parents will probably shoot you. Alrighty. Dip it in there. Covering the entire thing, including the sides on all of it. Get a little messy by the time you get to the corner because you're painting yourself into a corner. You'll have to put your finger onto the paint to kind of hold it. But then you can go like that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and paint the other two, and then we'll be done. See? All of them painted, and I'm going to let them dry. While they're drying, got one here. We got the top of it painted down. I'm going to go ahead and paint the sides here. Kind of brush a little bit of black paint on it. Kind of give it a touch up here. This next one I had floating around, so real easy to do the sides. That one will dry real quick. I'm going to grab a brush for gray paint. Now, I use granite gray. You don't have to use granite gray. You can go to the store and buy any type of gray you want. 50 cents a bottle, real cheap. And it doesn't take a lot of gray to paint these things. I'm just going to put a smidgen on there. Just about that much. That will do one or two of these tiles. So, dip my brush in there. and paint that down. You let that dry, and you have yourself a tile. Just like that. Just like our one here. Now, these would make good rooms, really good rooms, or you can cut them in half and you got walkways. Cut them in further down and you have skinnier walkways. You can do just about anything with them. Now, one other thing that I do on the back, you don't have to do this, but at Walmart, they sell this. This is magnetic tape. It costs about $6, $7 a roll. But basically, it's magnets in tape form. Just take off some tape, and I put it on the back. Because my D table is metal. I attach that on there, and if you'll come with me, I'll show you something.
Oops.
Right here, 9 of them finishes out a room, and the magnet locks them into place so doesn't go anywhere. And you can build them out. You can make other rooms along with it, make it look really good. In the last video, I created doors. We can put doors on there, and this will be our own little dungeon. We can fill this dungeon up with all kinds of stuff that we're going to create. Thank you very much. Remember, like, subscribe, and share.